best. I want to be like that's your product. You know what I mean? You're an artist. It's like essentially like an artist showing off his painting or something at a show. Like you want it to be the best seller or the one that's everyone wants. That's what I want it to be.
Well, and I think we've talked about this before. Like, I feel like in America, we've gotten to the point where development for young kids is backwards, where it's the ratio of practice to games is 1-to-1 or even 1-to-3, where it should be kids should be practicing more, playing less
Mm-hmm.
games. And not
That's
saying they
exactly how I
shouldn't,
feel.
not saying they shouldn't be competing, shouldn't be playing games, but it shouldn't be for every one practice you have 3 games. It should literally be the opposite.
Mm-hmm. I seen a video. It's like just there was a video. I'm gonna send it to you next time I see it. Come across it. I've come across it twice. It's like this. It's this coach that told a client that they should just skip AAU this summer and work with me, and all this stuff. And he's like, it's the best thing that person could have ever done. And I was like, oh, 100%. Like you can get so much out of a summer by not going to playing AAU, spending all that BS time with some programs,
Yeah.
and find someone that's willing to work with you, work with them, and then play open gym games. You know, you'll learn the same thing
Yeah. But I was
and
talking
get the
with one
same
of
stuff out of it, if not a little bit more.
I was talking with a dude, um, and he was talking about he was like, young cats don't play with old heads anymore. You know, like I feel
No,
like when you're a young guy and you hoop against older dudes, not only do they kick your butt sometimes, but they give you some game as well. You know what I mean? Like they give you some, hey man, when you get to this spot, don't do this. Like that doesn't work. Do that. Like they have that wealth of knowledge, and I feel like you don't see young cats going to the local YMCA anymore to hoop against older fellas.
every day or not every day, every weekend. That's where
Hmm.
Saturday, Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. If I didn't have anything going on, it was the rec center, and it was
Yeah,
trying to
man.
play games with. It wasn't there being there for like an hour. Like my parents would drop me off, and I was there for multiple three,
Hmm.
4 hours. You know, my buddies there too. Would you goof around? Yeah, and play on the low hoops. Yeah, you're a kid, but at the same time, we'd spend a lot of our time too trying to get in all the adult runs and stuff. Like,
Hmm.
hey, can we play a game? Like, we'll stand in the corner. We'll do whatever you like. We'll do whatever you need to do. But can we play? Because we wanted to play against older people.
Hmm.
It's a little more fun. It's a challenge in a way,
That's
but
where you get your that's where you get your knowledge, man. I'm a firm believer in that.
yeah, Clem was talking about that too. Like you never see kids in the gym anymore. Like a YMCA or something that used to have, or a rec center would have so many kids on a basketball court, or adults or stuff like that. And nowadays you go to one and it's just bare. You know, maybe get 5, 6 people on a court. Dude, when we was growing up in Gillette, like I remember all 3 courts were so full they had to put in a middle stanchion with 4 hoops on it,
Hmm.
you know? And it's just a different time we live in.
I think
Social
like
media world.
I do see, at least where I am, I do see kids in the gym, but I don't see them playing basketball that will help them move forward and to help them develop their game. Like to your point, yes, they're kids, they're 10, 12, 14, whatever years old, they're going to mess around a little bit. That's all well and good, but like when you do get to that point where you're playing in a game and playing some 5-on-5 or 3-on-3, whatever, do some stuff that will actually translate. Don't be pulling from
Mm-hmm.
volleyball line. It ain't your game, man.
No, for real. Like, you should never, if the first shots you take are threes, you got it backwards. You should be shooting Like, you should be shooting at least 150 to 200 shots inside the 3-point line to warm up, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're a young
That'll
cat, for
get
sure,
you if
absolutely.
that'll get you nice and warmed up. Obviously, like you said, to your point, the older you get, you can spend less time inside the paint, but still, that's still your spot to get it all
It's where
dialed
you
in, get
get your groove,
everything.
man. Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a different time we live in.
It is
It's a
indeed.
weird time we live in. A weird time.
On that note,
Value games over development. But yes,
Kitchen Hook,
what's up, y'all?
we're back.
It's the 41st episode.
41st
Um,
episode, second one this week. We're really on a rampage.
yes, hope you guys enjoyed the games last night. Um, obviously, it's not last night currently, but
We are
when this
recording
drops,
this on
it'll
Wednesday
make
evening,
sense.
Wednesday, March 27th. So obviously we're speaking in future terms, but
Mm-hmm.
this will drop a little later than that. But we recapped what's going to go down tomorrow night, Thursday night. Those games, which was UConn, San Diego State, Illinois, Iowa State, North Carolina, Bama, and Clemson and Arizona. We're going to do the other 4 games of this Sweet 16 today. I'm excited, man. It's got my Dookies
Me
in it.
too. You see, I was just about to ask you about that. Let's just lead it. Well, I'll wait till this question till we get to your game.
Fair,
Since that's the
fair.
third game of the night, we'll just go in order. First game, the 11 seed NC State against the 2 seed Marquette. Hottest team in college basketball right now is NC State, in my opinion. But they are going against that's it's have they met their maker? Probably. Um, Key to that game is DJ Burns. If you can slow DJ Burns down, you can slow NC State down. But if he
Mm-hmm.
goes, they go. It's because the way it is now with the fan bases, and the people watching the games, they're there for him.
Mm-hmm. Just a quick side note on NC State. I feel like what the beauty of March is in this time of year is you start to fall in love with these players that you don't hear about all year long, like the Golke dude from Oakland.
Uh
There's
huh.
been other guys in the past. Who was it for Purdue, the kind of taller white dude that was drilling threes, and then also Edwards that
Oh,
same year
Carson
too.
Edwards.
No, well, him, but there was the other kind of taller, balding white dude. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I know who you're
That he
talking
had
about.
1 or 2 games where he hit a ton of threes and kind of led him to a win. But there's so many examples of these players that you don't hear about all year long that
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden you start to see their greatness in March, and it's fun.
Um, yeah, so let's get it right. There's no way I like NC State. That's
Yeah,
disgusting. But
I got Marquette, man.
DJ Burns is becoming one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah, he's Zach
No,
Randolph
Marquette
with some
by
dimes, man.
15.
Yeah, I think Marquette
Yeah,
ends up winning that thing by double digits. But I also think NC State's going to battle. They're riding the wave, man. I don't think they're going to go out. They're not going to go
no,
out
no.
quietly. They're going to make us. They're going to, they're going to take some shots at Marquette. But I think ultimately Marquette's going to take them down.
Yeah, dude's a tank. The dude is a tank.
Yeah.
Um, is it Ryan Klein that you're thinking of?
Yes, Ryan Klein. That's exactly who I'm thinking of.
That shot is ugly.
This thing went in though,
Dude, I was
man.
so excited. I was about ready to watch Carson Edwards in the Final Four, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Virginia happened.
Yeah,
No, I got NC State in that one. I think,
I
or not
do as
NC State,
well.
Marquette in that one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, Marquette.
I think their
Marquette.
magical ride. I think
And I think
their
they're
magical
just,
run comes to an end.
yeah, and I think they're just the better team. Like, to be real with you, I'm looking at my bracket right now. I got Marquette in my Final Four. So I'm going with
Oh wow.
Marquette for sure. Oh yeah, baby. I think you're sleeping on
Um,
Marquette, bro.
I mean, in the Maui tournament, I said they're a Final Four team, but I always don't. There's a couple teams that you just don't trust in March,
Why
and the
don't you
one
trust
that I don't
Marquette?
trust is in the Final Four because they always lose. They always lose to that. They're one of those teams. It's like, oh yeah, they're good, they're good, they're good. Then bam, like this game, trap game. Very well could be a trap game.
So let me ask you this:
Um,
Would you be surprised if NC State beat Marquette?
no, no, not
It wouldn't
necessarily. No,
surprise you. I don't think it'd surprise me either.
the way they're playing, no.
I would be a little bit. I'm gonna have to watch the game, and if that does happen, obviously we can, analyze it better. But I wouldn't be super surprised if Marquette went down.
Had you asked me that question in the middle of December, I would have been yes.
Yeah.
Shocking, shocking win, but
Well,
no, not
didn't
right now.
didn't
But
NC
that,
State go into the ACC tournament 17-14?
I was just about to say they won 7 games in 12 days, so
Mm-hmm.
they rode that as well. So they had last game was Saturday. They had a lot of time off.
Yeah, they did. Mm.
4 days off. I mean, still, you could lose a lot of mojo in that. But I think we both agree Marquette will advance in that
Yeah,
one.
I got
Um,
Marquette
next
for
game,
sure.
next game, number 5 Gonzaga. They're 27-7, and then number 1 seed Purdue, who's 31-4. This is a tough game, dude.
It is, man. I'm glad you said that because I'm thinking the same thing.
Gonzaga whooped Kansas, like whooped them, but at the same time, Purdue whooped Utah State. I
They
don't know.
did. Listen, I
The thing
got
is dude, can Graham Ek compete? Can he stay out of foul trouble and compete?
yeah,
That's the question.
certainly. I think just my pride, him being a former Cowboy, I want to say yes, but Zach Edey's a monster. Um,
Yes,
and the other thing we've talked
overrated
about
monster,
too,
but
I think he's going to be one of those guys that had a great college career and then has an NBA career that's like a little
a
shorter than
year.
we expected. Yeah, but um, the thing about Purdue that makes me feel like they do have a good shot to win this, obviously, is their post play, but also maybe we've talked about this before, is their guard play actually this year is it's not just a bunch of game managers and guys that can hit a three here and there. It's guys
Mm-hmm.
that can really
Score.
make things happen, and can kind of be, if they're taking away Edey, they can be the focal point of the offense. So that's the one
Lance
area with,
Jones, that's the
yeah,
guy.
yep. I like him. I also like their point guard,
First,
Braden. No, what's their point guard's name? I can't remember. I'm on my
Braden
laptop.
Braden Smith.
Braden Smith.
Braden
He's a
Smith.
good guy. He's a good not only, shot maker, but I think he kind of makes them go and gets them into their stuff. So I like
Mm-hmm.
their guard play.
So yeah, Purdue 5.5. They're a 5.5 point favorite. Um, it's not bad. I don't know. It's 2 teams you can't
Who
trust in March right here.
Yeah, so who do you lean towards, and who are some guys for Gonzaga
Purdue, because
that
I
you
got Purdue
think?
in the national
Yeah.
championship.
Oh, do you?
But
Who are some
yeah,
guys from
guys
Gonzaga
for
that you're looking at?
where's he at? Where's he at?
Because I think
What's
EK,
Buddy's
if he
name?
can be somewhat
Ben
effective,
Gregg.
yeah,
Ben
he's
Gregg.
good. But I think if EK
If
can
he
give
can
them
if he can hit from
something against
outside,
Edey,
yeah. EK's got to just be solid. But if Ben Gregg can hit threes, he'll stretch that floor out for Gonzaga a little bit.
hmm
Um, we'll see. Ryan Nemhard, he's got
yeah, I like
experience. I
Nemhard
like
too.
that dude. My favorite player is that Nolan Hickman guy.
The commentators keep talking about him. I haven't paid much attention to him, but I think he's got some stuff to his game.
14 points per game, shooting 47% from the field. Junior, he's pretty good.
Mm,
Oh God, like
mm.
yeah, his points per game went up 7 points per game. Shooting percentages went up, damn, 5%, 6% from three, 7% from the free throw line. That's what happens when you shoot in the summertime, kids. Get
Kids.
in the gym. Did you see that free throw on Barstool? That dude from Portland.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Dude, oh my lord. It
He
was
plays on Portland.
atrocious. Yes. It was not good. The thing he shot it from the side. God, what is it?
Oh no, I don't even know if I want to see this.
Oh, here it is. I'm about to send it to you. You have to, yeah. Look at your Twitter right now. Check your Twitter, dude. It's disgusting.
I don't even want to see this. Let me see.
Oh, buddy, get in the
Mm,
gym. You're $1 million athlete, and that's what happened. Get in the gym.
mm.
And we have officially found the worst free throw form in NBA
Oh, this is
history.
an NBA
That's worse
dude.
than that's worse than Bill Cartwright.
Hey, Bill Cartwright with
This
the hitch, man. That thing. Yeah, he had the.
let me
It's
move
like
the
he was
camera up here
glitching.
quick. Let's get the full. It was
Yeah, it was like it fully extend and then snap the wrist at the very end.
makes no sense. But like, come on, you're an NBA basketball player.
So you got Purdue.
I've never understood that, but yes, I got Purdue.
I'm taking
I
Gonzaga.
got
I want to
Purdue.
go with
It's gonna be a
Gonzaga.
close one because I got Purdue in the national championship game
I got
against
Gonzaga.
your.
Gonzaga in a nail biter.
It's gonna be a close one, you know. So then, all right, we got that one. Um, First nightcap, Duke Houston. Dookie's number 4, 26-8, snuck into a 4 seed. Should have got a 5 seed, but we won't argue that. Um, Houston's
Oh
32-4 and
man.
hurting right now though, but they're hurting.
Yeah.
4.5 point favorites. The line doesn't have them scoring very much. This looks like this ball game is going to be in the 60s according to Vegas,
Mm.
but analytics have them at a 76% favorite over Duke. So, what do you think?
You want
What are
me
you
to go
thinking?
first?
Yeah.
If I'm just sitting here looking at what I saw this past round, so just the round of 32,
Uh huh.
it makes me really nervous as a Duke guy seeing what Jamal Shed did, and just like LJ Cryer. Um, I think it all comes down for Houston. If Houston's gonna win, they have to keep their bigs out of foul trouble. That was the biggest thing against who did they just play? Man, I'm blanking on this one. Um,
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. That was a huge
Five
thing. Is
guys
they
with
had,
four
yeah,
fouls or more. Their
they
whole
had
starting
two.
lineup.
Yeah, they had two or three dudes foul out. I think to if on Duke's side of things, if they can get um, what's his name, Roberts out of the game with some foul trouble. Who's our other big fella? I think it is Francis, Javier Francis. I think is. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. Um, but those two bigs really are their guys in the front court, and they don't really have a solid. Obviously, they have players behind them, but not really guys I'm worried about, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that being said, I think Duke is the more balanced team. I think Duke has right now a few more weapons. I think the Houston players are the better. They have the better top end players than Duke
Uh
does.
huh.
What you laughing at, punk?
So You just Pat McAfee the shit out of that.
What do you mean?
You built. Who are you picking? Who do you got?
Oh, you wanted my
You
pick.
got
I
Duke.
got I got
You got
Houston, to
Duke.
be honest with you. No, I
Oh,
got Houston.
oh. You built that up to Houston, and then the way you said Duke, I was like, no way, did he just pick Duke?
No, no, no. I think Houston's gonna win. I want Duke to win, but I think Houston's gonna win.
That's a great buildup. See, I'm a little indifferent. Well, I think that James Madison game is so as a confidence booster for those guys that they
Hmm.
needed. Um, Houston being as hurt as they are, I bet you they took the week and rested. They got till Friday to play still, so I think Houston still gets them due to size and shoot like just Jamal Shed, LJ Cryer. Those are two nasty bulldogs in the backcourt.
Hmm.
I don't know if Jared McCain has that in him.
I was just about to say, Bush.
He got too much.
I feel
He
like the
got too much
biggest,
the two TikTok stuff into him.
yeah, I feel like the biggest thing, aside from all of the basketball stuff, is Houston has way more dogs. They
Oh
got
yes,
some
100%.
dogs on their team, man, and that what is what I think is going to trump everything else that I just said.
Well, that's their culture too. If you like, that's been Houston's culture since Sampson's been there.
Hmm.
That's funny to say, Sampson.
And I'll say this
Um,
too, with just real quick before you say what you were going to say. With Houston, I think the team that's going to get Houston is going to be the second night of these weekends. You know what I mean? So it's going to be the Elite Eight team that beats Houston because it's on 1 day rest instead of almost a week rest. Duke is going to get them
yeah.
when they're pretty fresh. That's what makes
Hmm.
me nervous as well.
Are you superstitious? Like when
In
it comes
some
to
things
Duke
in
and
athletics, yes,
like
I am.
like when it comes to watching the Duke game, are you in the tournament or something, or when it's a big game, are you superstitious?
Oh no, with those like if I'm just watching a game, no, I'm superstitious when it comes to like
Like,
I'm
okay,
competing.
okay, because I was watching, I was watching the Michigan State when I was watching Michigan State Carolina. I have a Carolina hat that I was about to wear inside coaching, and I'm watching on my phone, just getting pissed, and I'm like, look, I realize I look in the mirror, I'm like, I haven't had this hat on all year. Threw it off and grabbed my other hat.
Hey, I used to wear the same underwear, my same superhero underwear for every game, man. So I feel you.
So after that, I was like, yep, so this I'm not wearing this hat no more. I'm not gonna wear no Carolina gear until the day after.
So
That's how
you
we've been
got Duke
rolling.
as well? Or I mean, I'm
No, I
sorry,
got
you
Houston.
got Houston. Yeah, that's what I meant.
See, I know your heart wants to pick Houston or Duke so bad,
I
but you
do.
know you can't.
I will openly admit that my heart is leaning towards Duke, but like the basketball guy and the basketball coach in me is just like, man, Houston's got some dogs, man. And I don't see that from Duke. I really don't.
I I think they'll get carried by old Flip, but outside of that, I don't know if I could see McCain having another game like he did
Mm,
in like that. Especially with this guard, these guards are different, dude. These guards are different. LJ
exactly.
Cryer's from
Exactly.
Baylor. He won a national championship
I
with
believe
Baylor.
so. I think the commentators were talking about it. He's looking to be the first player in history to win a national title with two different programs.
That'd be cool. I don't know. I want to see Houston get over the hump, get into it. It'd be cool. It's like a full circle moment. Some of these programs are just meant to be big time programs. Houston's definitely one of them.
I
Back
do
from
too, man.
the five Slam Jam days, so I would like to see them make it. I would like to see them in the national championship game. Why? Because then Carolina can get them on that second night.
Exactly. The thing, yeah, like Duke, it to me, I'm quite honestly, Abel Casas. I know you were listening, man. I know you wanted us to preview this game.
Cougs by 40, Abel.
The problem. for me with Duke is they never seem to like really put teams away ever. And I'm sure they've had some examples this year. Like I don't know what their schedule looks like and all and who they've blown out and all that, but when they play in big games, especially with this team that I've watched, they don't ever seem to put teams away. And when you're facing a team like Houston with Shed and Cryer and those guys that they got, if you got a lead, you got to put them away because they're going to hang around and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to do exactly what they did to Texas A&M.
100%. That's when I saw the stat that Carrot, like, I'm not trying to shoot shots here. I'm just like, when I saw the stat that they had only led for 16 seconds in both games combined
Mm-hmm.
for the Carolina series this year, I was like, there's no way. There's no way they can maybe get to the second round, but there's no way they make it to the third weekend.
Yeah, like I'm straight up honestly surprised they're in this position. I think if I'm being real with you on my bracket, I had Wisconsin beating Duke in the second round.
Me too.
And I'm ashamed to say that,
Damn
but
it,
it's real.
James Madison, dude. That's one thing I noticed this weekend is the lower seeds had great showings on the first day, and then the second day just laid an egg.
Yeah, they did.
That's not, you know, except for like really the only one that's a low seed is NC State and Clemson. Other than that, it's 1-2-6, 1-5, 1-4, 2-3 on the first day, and then 2-11, 1-5, 1-4, 2-3. Like it's identical.
And honestly, I wouldn't even consider Clemson to be a low seed. Like six is, yeah, that's a
No,
little bit lower, but you see 6 seeds, 7 seeds make it to the Elite Eight, Final Four all the time. So like, I don't even know if I'd put them in that category.
so what if they won the national championship this year, or like Iowa
There's,
State or
dude, I
NC
told,
State or Creighton? Like, what if one of these just random ass schools won a national championship this year?
well, I'll say this. Out of those schools you just named, and I think I said this in our last episode, I think Iowa State has a legit chance to win a national title. Obviously, they got to get
Mm.
past UConn. I understand they got to
Someone's
get
got
past
to
UConn.
punch them out.
But if they get past UConn in the next round, I legitimately could see Iowa State winning the national title.
Don't be surprised. I just thought of this. Don't be surprised if San Diego State shocks the world because everyone and their grandmas counting them out, even their own
Including
fans.
us. Including us.
Yeah. Um, but all right, last game of the weekend, or the last game of the Sweet 16. Creighton, number 3 seed, number 2 seed Tennessee. Creighton and Tennessee, man. I like Tennessee's Dalton Connect. He's really good. I like
Colorado
Bailey
kid, baby.
Shireman from Creighton.
Baylor,
But who's the
Baylor,
one?
Shireman, Baylor.
Oh, Baylor Shireman. Baylor Shireman. Wow.
There you go.
Whoops.
Baylor.
Trey Alexander. That guy. Trey Alexander is
That kid
a
can
very good
play.
basketball player.
Yes, he is.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Creighton. I have Tennessee on my bracket. This is the game where I don't trust them. And Creighton, to me, Creighton was one questionable foul call away from the Final Four last year. I think a lot of people forget that because they lost to San Diego State. And I don't know, 2.5-point underdogs. I think I like the Creighton in this one. I do. I think
Really?
the Blue Jays
Okay.
win this game. Yes. SEC, man, I can't trust them in the tournament this year. A terrible showing by that conference, but I think
That's fair.
I like the Blue Jays.
I'll say this. This is the game I'm most excited about in this set of games. I won't say out of the entire Sweet 16, but out of the second set of Sweet 16 games, this is the game I'm most excited about to watch. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I got Tennessee, and the reason I'm taking Tennessee is I think they got the best player on the floor, Dalton Connect. I'm a big believer in when you got the best player on the floor, you got a great chance to win. The one thing about Creighton is they're super, super experienced and they're super efficient on offense. That's what makes me worried. Like Tennessee has some times, I don't know how much you've watched Tennessee this year, but they have times in throughout their games where it's throw the ball to Connect and hopefully he gets a bucket. Like that's their offense at times when it gets stagnant. Creighton, they have weapons all over the floor. They run their stuff at all times. They don't really get away from what they're good at. That's why I like Creighton, but I'm still taking Tennessee.
It's great points. And Dalton Connect, in my opinion, should win the Naismith Player of the Year award.
He's a lottery pick, bro. He's an NBA lottery pick. He will be in the NBA lottery.
He should go top 3. He should go right. He'd be He'd be the first pick for me.
You know who's my favorite player's been though? Not to change subjects real quick. It was Kuznard from Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like watching R.J. Davis play a lot.
Yeah, of course you'd say that. All right, guy.
Who else was it? Oh, Grant Nelson from Alabama.
Yeah, he's good. He's their foreman, right?
Kid that is, he could go NBA. He could 100% go NBA.
Absolutely.
Steph Curry is putting on a freaking clinic night. Oh, he's running.
They got the Magic tonight, don't they?
Wardelius. Yes, Draymond's a dumbass, dude.
Curry.
We were talking about this the other night or the other day, but Jesus, this guy, God bless, he's talking that talk. Okay, Wardell came over. He just kicked some chairs over after he did the whole night celebration all the way down the court. This guy's a devil. He's a demon.
Wardell is in Wardell mode.
No, Draymond's an idiot, dude. He only has 17 points, but he's ending the game in Wardelius mode. But back to what I was saying, Draymond's a dummy. He got kicked out, tossed with 2 techs in the first 4 minutes of the game. How do you?
Are you serious?
I can't keep defending this guy.
What were the techs?
Like, yes, I'm dead serious. I'm just arguing with the officials. Just the stupid stuff that I got mad at the other day.
Come on, Draymond. Let's go, bud. Got to be better. And they're about to find themselves out of the playoffs. That's the thing, is he's got to be on the floor. They're about to get their butts kicked out of the playoffs.
In these games, brother. Brother, you have to be in the game.
Brother. All right, so you got Creighton for that last game. I got Tennessee.
Yep. Sure do.
Are you writing these down? Because I'm not.
I know who I picked.
All right, I do too.
I didn't. Because I'll know this one because I changed. This is the only pick I changed. Who do you got in the Final Four? Who do you think's going to the Final Four?
Are we going off my bracket? Are we going off my bracket, or are we going off what I actually think now?
Bracket, or what you think right now?
So I think 3 of my teams that I picked in my bracket are actually going to the Final Four. Okay. UConn, Marquette, Tennessee. I think those 3 teams are going to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I'm worried about is I don't know why I picked Alabama, to be real honest with you. I think it was I saw them facing North Carolina.
No, what you did there, that, and then you started just writing them in. Oh yeah, they'll win that game. Oh yeah, they win that match. See,
this is the other thing. when I start to see all of the 1 seeds and 2 seeds advancing every round, I start to get nervous because I feel like that never happens.
No, we're having a all 1 seed Final Four.
You think so? Is that what you picked?
Yes. No. I had 3 1 seeds. But I didn't pick UConn. I had Auburn in the Final Four. They said nope. The very
You're
first round.
tripping. Yeah.
Bruce Pro gave me a call before a game. He said, "Hey, I heard you picked us. Bad choice.
We're gonna actually make a quick exit. I got some
We're actually going to
recruiting
lose this
to
game."
do in Cabo.
The wife planned a surprise trip actually, and the flight leaves tomorrow.
So we're gonna actually pack it up early.
Dude, I was so comfortable. I checked on the game. It was 61-51 Auburn. It was good. I was doing good. Then I went and ref 2 games. Having a great day. All of a sudden, someone comes over. Oh, Auburn lost. I was like, Are you serious? Yeah, they lost by 2. Like, no, they didn't. Show me. They were up by 10 with about 10 minutes left. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
First Final
That
Four
was
team. I knew it was too good to be true.
that was happening with me with what was I think it was maybe Baylor and Texas A&M. Baylor had that 12-point lead or whatever, and I was about to turn the game off. Like I
Houston
was
and
about,
Texas A&M.
or yeah, sorry, Houston, Texas A&M. My fault. They were up 12 with like a minute 45 to go or something like that, and I was about to change the game, and then all of a sudden I look back at it and it's like 8. It's like an 8-point game, and like 8 seconds had come off the clock. I was like, okay, I gotta keep watching this.
Did the same thing. I was watching it down here. My dad was upstairs, and we had recorded the race from earlier in the day because we were in Spearfish for basketball. And he comes downstairs. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Watching the game." I was like, "Why? You about to watch the race?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. I looked at the score. I was like, "Yes, this game's over." Go upstairs. Go upstairs and comes back on from commercial. And boom, boom. It's like, oh, this is a game now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real game. I'll
And I
tell you
thought
what,
Houston was gonna drop it.
When you press, teams either make it or break it at that point.
They
There's no
pucker
in
up
between.
like this. Pucker up like that.
It is nuts. If you want an example of it, go watch the last 10 minutes of the Baylor North Carolina game 2 years ago in the tournament. North Carolina about yellow socks that one.
Oh, the infamous yellow socks, man. We've all been there, I think.
That's the worst feeling, especially when you coach. I heard that from Bubba one time. We walked out of the game like, "Oh, you guys almost got you guys a new pair of socks because you guys were wearing yellow socks." What does that mean? Pissed it down your leg.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
My socks are a little extra soaked today.
Sorry,
I
Coach.
peed.
I have. We'll preview the Final Four after all this is done because I doubt we'll get
after this weekend
opportunity to get in. I want to watch all these games, see where we went right, see where we went wrong.
That's it, baby.
All I got.
That's all we got. We're keeping it short and sweet tonight. We just had games I'm just excited to watch them now, man. That's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun Sweet 16 round.
Oh, 100%. I cannot wait. Tomorrow's going to be a stressful day. Can't wait. Gonna rock. Can't rock any North Carolina. Can't do it. Superstitions.
Man, just wipe your butt with it.
You know what? I'm gonna wear my Roy Williams signed Tyler Hansborough jersey on Monday when we're going to the Final Four. So be prepared for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And then you can wear nothing because your team's going home on Friday.
You know what I'll wear?
Shire
I'll
called me.
wear
He told
I'll
me.
wear my heart on my sleeve like I always do, and I'll still be a Duke fan. How about that?
What are you saying? That I'm not a North Carolina fan 100% of the time? Because I am.
No. I think
Oh,
you're a North Carolina fan because you've ever since I've known you, that hasn't changed. I think you're a fair weather fan.
no.
I think you really,
Nope.
really love your teams, whatever it is, whether it's the Warriors, whether
Uh-huh.
it's the Carolina, whoever it is. I think you really, really love them when they're good, and you'll bash them into the ground. Hubert, in particular, when they're bad.
That's a good person.
Give give
That's just a
Hubert a rest,
passionate
man.
fan holding people accountable. I'm just trying to hold my teams accountable
Hubert's just trying
for
to live his life.
mistakes.
That's all. And you're just
He
on Twitter. You're just on Twitter
he
bashing him daily.
needs to have the boys ready to go in the first when the tip goes, not in the second media. So now we're
That's
flirting.
fine.
We were flirting with. They hit that transition three to go up 12, and I was like, okay, now or never, guys. It's now or never time. We lose
Mm-hmm.
this game or win this game in this point.
Hubert, man, if you're listening,
Great job.
just know there's
Great
people
job,
that
pal.
believe in you.
We're passionate. We believe in you, but
Yeah. Don't check his receipts, though. Please don't.
the receipts were cashed. I cashed them out. They're still there.
Yeah, they
I'll
are.
stand by it.
All right,
Just
man. Let's get out of here.
Just get the one natty. Yep. Let's get that. All right. Episode 41. Holy Lord.
41.
Episode 41. See y'all next week. As we preview the Final Four, but enjoy the games. Kitchen Hook. Peace.
Kitchen Hook.